Yo, what's going on? It's Kendrick Lamar. Right now, you're watching 16 Bars TV. Bang.
You released your album Good Kid, m.A.A.d 2 weeks ago. How did you celebrate the release or the sales in the first week?
I was on tour. So I guess the celebration that came from me going out to the show that night, and really just giving 110% on that stage, and it's all excitement.
So that was worth it, just celebrating with your fans on stage?
Yeah, definitely, because they, got me to this position where it can be, one of them classic albums.
The album is really, really well received, and you have a lot of good reviews. How do you feel about the reception of the album so far?
I feel great about it, knowing for the fact, I went into this album making sure I didn't do nothing half-stepping. I wanted 110% just greatness and, keeping it original as possible. And I'm glad that everybody's aware of that and recognize it for that.
You have a lot of people talking really positive about you, and Game even called you West Coast Nas. How do you feel about that statement?
That's a big responsibility, a great statement, and I'm glad, he could see that I took the same inspiration, that Nas has as far as storytelling and music and hip-hop, that being something that, started this game out into a culture. I'm glad he recognized that. I'm glad the world recognized that, so shout out to Game. So
the similarity that you see is most the storytelling and...
Yeah, really the storytelling. I think that's a essence in rap, that Nas obviously loved, for a long time. That's the essence of rap that I love, people that actually can convey, a story throughout the album and really bug you out when you listen to it.
You talk a lot about your upbringing in Compton on Good Kid, m.A.A.d, and you once said that you could relate to Dr. Dre a lot because he was raised in Compton as well, and that you feel kind of the same way, but that you're 2 generations younger. How do you feel about your generation in Compton right now? Do you feel like a lot has changed since NWA, or how do you feel about it?
Yeah, we're a little bit, the generation of Compton right now, we're a little bit more, I want to say, open to expressing ourselves as kids. We're not really too confined to colors. We wear whatever we want, and still be active in the gang culture. But at the same time, these kids out here expressing themselves the way they want to do it, and it can be tricky sometimes for an out-of-towner because you don't know who's who. But at the same time, the good thing, the positive thing out of it, is the fact that, they're opening up more and getting involved into different things.
One thing you talk about in the album is peer pressure, about being forced to do things that you actually don't want to do. What kind of advice would you give? How would you suggest on how to avoid that and stay true to yourself?
Just remember the responsibility of a leader. A leader live forever. Being a follower only gets you, so many places when you're following negativity. And most likely them places are in danger,
Lady Gaga just released the original demo version of Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. How come that this tune is not on the album right now?
Well, her version, because really it was about time restraint, something that was way beyond my control, with my company. It was a deadline we had to meet, so by the time the song could get mixed and mastered and completed to what we wanted to do, I'd have to push my album back again, and that's something we did not want to do.
So are you planning on working with her again in the future?
Yeah, definitely. She's an incredible artist.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Germany, what's poppin'? It's Kendrick Lamar letting y'all know I will be out here come January with my partners, Street Life International. They sponsoring the whole thing, so y'all stay tuned. I will be out there perform my new album, my old album, some of my prequel stuff. If you're a Day One fan, you should know what I'm talking about. Just be there. Tickets are selling out fast, so go get them. Please do that. January, Germany. I see y'all.